Moving my sister and her husband into my guest suite felt like a noble sacrifice for family unity. They had lost their home in a series of unfortunate financial events that sounded plausible enough at the dinner table. I spent 3 months paying for their organic groceries and high-speed internet while they claimed to be grinding through endless job interviews. The house was finally full of life again, and I convinced myself that the drained savings account was just the price of being a supportive brother. Everything felt perfectly stable and helpful. The facade crumbled when I found a burner phone hidden inside a hollowed-out book in the guest lounge. Curiosity outweighed my sense of privacy as I scrolled through a digital paper trail of calculated deception and hidden wealth. My sister wasn't broke. She was actually funneling her massive corporate disability checks into a high-yield offshore account while I paid for her morning lattes. There were hundreds of messages mocking my gullibility and laughing about how easy it was to live rent-free. My hands were shaking as I realized I was just their convenient, long-term mark. I needed definitive physical evidence before I burned the entire bridge down, so I installed a discreet camera in the hallway. The footage from the following Tuesday was sickeningly clear as they toasted champagne to their latest successful manipulation of my kindness. They weren't looking for work, they were looking for their next vacation destination while discussing how much more they could squeeze out of me before moving on. I printed every bank statement and every text message I recovered, organizing them into neat clinical folders that documented their 3-month heist against my own personal goodwill and trust. The confrontation happened during our Sunday brunch, right between the pancakes and the fresh orange juice they didn't buy. I didn't yell, I simply slid the folders across the mahogany table and watched the color drain from their lying faces. When my sister tried to spin another web of excuses, I played the video of them laughing at my expense on the living room television. The silence in the room was sharp enough to cut skin as the weight of their exposed fraud finally crashed down. I gave them exactly 20 minutes to pack their designer clothes. Get out of my house before the police arrive to escort you to the curb like the common thieves you are. You didn't just steal my money, you systematically dismantled the concept of family for a few $1,000s and a free room. My sister tried to cry, but the tears looked like cheap stage makeup against the backdrop of her proven greed. I watched from the porch as they hauled their luggage to a luxury car they claimed had been repossessed months ago. The betrayal was complete, and my pity had officially transformed into a cold, hard iron. The legal aftermath was swift because I kept every receipt and every recorded confession of their financial elder abuse and fraud. They are currently facing a massive civil suit that will likely liquidate that secret offshore account they loved so much. I changed every lock and scrubbed the guest suite until it smelled like bleach and nothingness, erasing every physical trace of their parasitic presence. My phone stays silent now, blocked from their desperate pleas for a second chance that will never come. I learned that blood isn't thicker than water. It is just a more expensive way to bleed.